Hi, everybody. Oh, excuse me. It's been a minute since I've hopped on here, and I need to work on my traveler's notebook. I use a traveler's notebook as my organizer for work and, everything. So I needed to do the next couple of weeks, or next week at least, go ahead and set it up for some appointments and things. I kind of use scraps and washi and things to do mine. So I thought, since it's been a minute, I could let you guys join me while I worked on it. I have my, let me grab it, my beautiful little scrap box that I kind of sit off to the side over here, and that's what I use, that and washi tape. That's what I use, just to play around. Yeah. So, how's everyone doing? At my full-time job, last week was insane. Like, so crazy. I had a home show that I was doing, and it was the first one that I had kind of been in charge of. And it was kind of a big production. So it was a lot of like early mornings, late nights, trying to get everything situated and ready to go. And then I worked the home show this weekend. So it was more late nights. And then on top of that, my oldest son plays travel baseball, which I may have mentioned before. But he had a tournament this weekend. So it's always chaos. It never fails. But good news on both fronts. The home show was a success. My booth that my crew did, it's a landscaping company, won Best in Show, which was pretty fantastic. For my first, mine, right? To win Best in Show, that was pretty validating, right? So that was cool. And my son, his team, ended up winning the championship. So, double bonus. He was pretty proud of me that I came home with a pretty ribbon for Best in Show, and man, the trophy that they won was bigger than all the boys on the team. They're only 9, so they're not very tall, right? This trophy was like, the picture of him holding it was kind of funny, to be completely honest, because they were all just so tiny, and then this trophy was huge. So this past week has been kind of a madhouse around here. God, and I'm just so beat. I mean, I am exhausted. Still, even this week, I am just, ugh. You ever have, where your body is just like, nope, not today, not gonna happen. That's how I felt. And then today, just trying to, you got to keep going, right? You can't just, there's no rest. So trying to get caught up on stuff, of course. Then this week, yesterday, I had to tear out this display. So they give you a week, right, to set everything up. And then to get it all out, you get 1 day. If any of you are in that kind of industry where you have home shows and patio shows and, all of that, it's just, it is a mad dash to get everything out and put away. And then you have to just turn around and head right back out. I don't really want this. Well, we'll put it down here. Why not? yeah, you just gotta go back out and keep carrying on. So that's why there has not been videos. I don't even think, to be honest, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I don't even think I've put anything on Instagram because I have just been blah. And I hate to say that. But it's like when I come home, you know, I have 3 small children, 8, 6, and 4. You know, my husband needs, you know, our husbands, they always need that attention as much as the kids do. And then you've got chores and, you know, all this stuff. And it's just, unfortunately, my craft room was neglected. It just was. It did not get the love that it deserved, unfortunately. That's too big for what I got going on. I need something here. I always separate my agenda into 6. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm covering this up because I've already kind of filled it out. And it has client information. That's why. And then Saturday and Sunday. Because in my mind, I need it to be like an even... Anyway. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. But I need something for Tuesday. Tuesday needs something. What does Tuesday need? I always just grab a bunch of washi tape and throw it over here. Oh, this is pretty. Maybe we'll put this with that little bit up here. I also do this sometimes if I feel like I'm having kind of a creative block, I'll just go do a few weeks in my agenda. I think that it, you know, because this is just like mini collages, right? And it helps. Hi, Coda. I have my puppy over here. You guys can't see her. She's a big girl. She is a pit bull. She's 11 now, and she is a perfect dog. Oh, a bit of an update, other than me like being missing. Do you guys remember weeks? It's been weeks now. Weeks where I mentioned that we had a little kitty that was hanging out on our deck. And my husband has been adamant. He still is adamant. This cat has got to go. We are not keeping a cat. Well, she's still around. She is still around. She comes every day. My daughter has let her in the house. But what's so amazing, so my dog, she's 11. I've already said this. And she's a female, which female dogs in general, you know, they usually don't... I don't know. I've just always heard, I know, granted, Coda is my first female, but I've always heard that as they get older, they are just very protective of their space. They don't like other females, you know. I don't know. She's my first one, but that's what I've heard. And she's never been around a cat. So I was just sure, you know, Coda's going to have nothing to do with this cat. She's going to be angry, right? No, she has been outside with the cat. Nothing. She doesn't do anything. The cat, like, and I think it helps that the cat is still a kitten. So she does not have that kind of fight or flight. You know, she's still naive, right? So she doesn't have that kind of, she hasn't attacked the dog, so the dog's just kind of like, what is this thing? And she doesn't run away. She just kind of rolls around on her back, and then Coda's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess you're fine. I mean, I'm thankful, right? Because the last thing I want is my dog to go after this poor kitty. But I totally misjudged her. I misjudged my poor sweet Coda, and I just assumed that she was going to see this cat and say, not today, cat. And she didn't. I was a proud mama. A little proud mama. I mean, it has nothing to do with me, right? Coda just doesn't care about this cat. But, so anyways, the cat's still hanging out. Sometimes in the morning. Actually, I came home yesterday. I think it was yesterday. After tearing out the show, I came home. I walk in through our kitchen to our foyer, and the cat is laying on the floor. So I'm assuming that my 4-year-old daughter let her in the morning, sneakily, not telling me, obviously. And she was inside all day long. It kind of freaked me out when I saw her. I was like, oh my God, where's Coda? But she was fine. She was perfectly fine. And Coda was fine. Everybody was fine. But it did. I still haven't done Tuesday. Good Lord. But it did scare me. Because, when you're not home, anything could happen, right? This poor little kitty and my big old dog, who is not used to cats because we have never owned a cat. I guess I need to give Coda a better benefit of the doubt because this cat, and it's not like the cat was hiding under the bed somewhere. She was just laying on the floor in the middle of the foyer. I don't know. I guess I don't know my dog. I guess I don't know her. Well, I do know her. I have had her since she was itty bitty baby. I mean, I saw her being born. Like, I've known her. The guy who owned her mom and dad was a friend of mine in college. And so I was there when she was born. And when she came out, she looked exactly like my male. Their markings were exactly the same, down to little white tips on their tails. I mean, they were identical. So I told him, I need that dog. And he happily obliged, thankfully. And that's even what her name means, Coda. If any of you are musicians, loosely, I guess, is why I picked this name. In music, a DC, I think DCL coda or DCL coda means to go back to a certain part of the song and repeat it. And since she looked just like my Titan, I said, Coda, that's it. She's Titan's little repeat. And that's what we did. I am struggling to find another little bit that I want to put here. So I just kind of collage, right? Okay, pig. That's my dog. Did you hear her? She sounds like a little piglet. I kind of go through my scrap box. And I even have in my drawer that sits right next to me, I keep this even smaller. So like really tiny, like shreds of stuff I'll put in here. Including like fabrics and stuff. So the really tiny stuff comes into this little, like this. Like usually you would throw that away, but I think it'd be kind of cute in this tiny little collage. Let's use that. What else we got in here? Since I got it out. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. Let's use some of that too. Why not? So anyways, that's how Coda got her name. Pretty gal. And she's such a good dog. Oh, she's been such a good dog. She's such a blessing. She is, since I've had her since she was a bitty baby, she's mama's girl. I mean, that's for darn sure. I had her, before I met my husband and we had kids and all of that. So she's definitely mama's girl. And she's just the best dog. Do you guys have, I know everybody has animals like that, right? Where you just can't say enough good things about them because they are just amazing animals. And how did we get so lucky? How did we get so lucky? to have animals like them. At least I feel that way. I loved Titan. He passed away this year, and I loved him. He's my first dog I ever had as an adult, but Coda is just my girl. She is just my girl. And Titan was bullheaded. He was a big old male, 125 pounds. He was a pit bull as well. And he was so hard-headed. Like, you would tell him to do something. Coda, I hear you, baby. I hear you. You would tell Titan to do something, and it's like he would look at you and say, not today. I don't want to do that today. That's not on my agenda today. That was Titan. 100%. That's what he would say. And Coda's just like, yeah, whatever you want. That's what I'll do. Okay. So once I got my little collages, I just made these on Cricut. And had my Cricut machine cut these out. Same with these. So I didn't have to write it every time. And let's see, next Monday would be the 30th. How many days are in September? 30. So I don't need a 31. Is that right? I hope that's right. That's what I'm doing. So then I just pick spots. That is right? I'm going to end up not using a 31 and be totally wrong and have to redo my stickers. Do I have a... I do have a planner. Let's look. I should know this. It is 30. Yay! Okay. Why was that so difficult? Where'd my number 1 go? Here it is. And then I can just put my stickers in. Nice and simple like. But this just is so... I think because the collages are so small, it makes me happy. Because I feel accomplished when I feel like I have kind of a block going on, you know. This helps me to release some creative energy, maybe is what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't take forever. So, I don't know. And then, like I said, for Saturday and Sunday, we do it like that. And this week, I should say, I used my inks and colored the days. But I think it looks okay like this. Makes them stand out a little bit more maybe, but for this week it'll work. We'll do this. And then I just put my stickers in. Uh-oh, my Thursday is not cut out all the way. I'll just use this Thursday for now. Does your Cricut ever do that? It did it on a different sheet too, but it was a Sunday that it did it on. It didn't cut it out all the way. Can you see that? See how it didn't? I don't know. Whatever. I had done a video last night, I think it was. And y'all, I just wasn't feeling it. When I was editing it, I said, this is not Lauren. It's not me. So I didn't upload it. I think that'll do. That's not bad. And then I can go on and I'll probably do another couple of weeks. But that's how I do my planner. And then I can just kind of go through and put my checklists and appointments and all of that on here. I am a list maker, so I like to be able to check things off. I do use my Google Calendar so that my husband can see the family stuff. But for me, for work, this works. And it's pretty. So pretty. It's fun to look at and it's fun to work out of, and I enjoy it. So I don't know. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did my rambling. Sorry it's been so long since I have popped on here to say hi. My dog is yelling at me, so clearly I have got to go do something for her. So I will see you guys later. Bye.